Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. This is Andrew back at you again on Facebook Live doing the 500K challenge put on by Bill Allen. Let me just get rid of this. Put on by Bill Allen of 7-Figure Flipping, and I'm going live every day with tips and tricks and information about real estate investing, as well as just what I do on a daily basis as a real estate investor. Today I thought I'd try something different and go live from a live location at Home Depot. We'll see how this goes, so forgive me if it's a little bad. Anyway, I'm in the flooring aisle, and I thought, there's a couple of thoughts I have about flooring. Depending on what you're doing, if you're flipping, if it's a buy and hold, how long you're holding, I guess what your budget is too. So not all flooring is created equal. Generally speaking, for rentals, long term, you're going to be wanting to use vinyl flooring, luxury plank flooring. It's pretty reasonable now. It used to be very expensive, but their prices are dropping. And as well, there's also laminate flooring, which we're familiar with. Now, of course, you're never going to use hardwood in a rental unless you're in a high-end situation. And maybe in your own home you'd use that, but for a rental it wouldn't be realistic. Anyway, so laminate flooring, as you can see, well, that's backwards probably, but it says $248. It's a pretty good price, but there's things to consider when buying laminate flooring. So this laminate flooring that's $248, as you can see, it's just, there's no backer on it. I like to get a backer on my flooring. Maybe it's a bit much if you're flipping because you don't necessarily care about the future enjoyment of whoever buys it, but if you're renting, I just sort of feel like the overall experience is important, and if the floor if it's installed without a backer, it kind of clacks as you walk. Now, I just saw this, there's a flooring here that's, I don't know if it's on sale or something like that, but it is a vinyl plank flooring for $248, and that's pretty good. That's the trendy color nowadays. But again, I noticed there's no backer on it, so you're gonna have to, if you choose to follow what I'm saying, you're gonna have to put a backer, a foam pad. There's lots of different ones. There's cork, and this is sort of the general foam one here. Even cheaper stuff, that's like a vapor barrier version, so maybe in a basement. This one here is just straight foam, and that's just for sound. That's just going to make it a more comfortable experience. But what I wanted to say is, when you're adding a underlayment to a floor, when you're picking the laminate or the vinyl, calculate in the price of the backer, and it may actually change your perspective on what you're going to buy, because the vinyl flooring on itself, or the laminate flooring, might look like it's cheaper, but it might not actually be by the time you add the backer. So you have other options. For the floor that I'm using in my buy and holds right now is this one, Gray Fig, and again, it's the modern color everybody likes, but it has a backer on it. Now, I didn't pay $328. I got it on sale. I think it was 70 cents off or something like that, so it became very affordable, and I knew that, so I ended up buying enough to do 2 houses, and I just stored it at my contractor's facility. So anyway, those are just some considerations. If you're flipping a house, you just want to provide the cheapest option usually. There's also this version here with the glue tabs. If you're going to do a buy and hold, I wouldn't recommend that, because the glue will come apart and you will start to see the seams. I personally want my long-term holds to maintain being nice as long as possible. But for flips, that's certainly affordable. There's one here that's, I won't turn it around again, it's $1.97. So anyway, those are some options I just wanted to discuss. Like, there's this is flooring, but there's considerations for lighting, for appliances you use, for consider the durability. I guess the thought that I'll leave you with now is you could spend for buy and hold, you could spend a little less on laminate, but in the long run, if you spent the difference between a laminate could be less than $1, and the vinyl flooring is going to last and hold up to the wear and tear of tenants a lot longer. So if you figure that you spend, say, 1,000 square foot building or home, and you spend $2,000, it's 1,000 square feet, and you get it for $2 a square foot. If it starts to get damaged after 3 or 4 or 5 years, you're spending another couple $1,000s to repair it or replace it completely, etc. If you spend an extra $1 to get a good quality vinyl with a backer, then you're going to last twice that and not have any problems. So it's less headache and ultimately less cost. I'll leave you with a quote that I heard once. Only rich people can afford to buy cheap. And the idea behind that is you have to keep replacing it over and over and over. So consider the costs. If your budget is only, you only have so much, then that's one thing, but consider the value over cost, because value is what you actually get out of it. Anyway, thanks for joining. I hope you got some value out of this video, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Bye.